Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. I hope you choose to stick around. I'm here today to film a memory plan with me for the week of March 30th through April 5th, and I'm going to be using I think this was the February subscription kit from Sweet Bean Plans. So it's this home kit, which I thought was very appropriate for this time. Yeah, these are the 4 boxes that came in the kit. Now, you may have already noticed that I've already laid some stickers down. It did come, her subscriptions come with washi that matches the kit, and I knew I wanted to bring as much of this in as possible, and so I was wanting to play around with seeing how I might be able to incorporate a lot of it into my spreads, and I was able to do so by placing some along the bottom washi and then cutting the strip of bottom washi in half. I did manage to completely ruin the bottom of my planner here. Hopefully you can't see how bad it is, but it's pretty poorly down here. So I wanted to add it here. And then with there not being a huge amount of headers in this kit, which I do like to kind of deal with the date cover issue here in my Recollections planner, I therefore added some at the bottom, at the top, over the headers, and then added the date covers onto the top, and I wanted to see how that would look and how that would play out, and it played out pretty damn good. So yeah, so there is some foiling on here. This is the foil that I've added. The kit didn't come with any foil, so I've added date dots from Harriet Wright Designs, and I've actually added little hearts onto the washi where there was hearts printed. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there they are, a little bit of shine. And these are from Simply Watercolour Co. On her little twinkle dots sampler. So yeah, so the kit did come with a fair few pages, lots of pages in fact. So we got the the full boxes, headers and littles with some habit trackers, some binge watch, currently reading, some sidebar trackers and some icons. Then a whole load of boxes, half boxes, third boxes, quarter boxes, labels, fancy labels, weekend banner, and some little dividers here, which are super cute. Full box checklist, then a Monday through Sunday, along with some freestanding checklists too. And then this was the bottom washi sheet, so that was the other half of the bottom washi. It did come as a whole strip, so I did have to cut that down. And these were where the date covers were, and then this is an array of different glitter headers. Okay, along with the subscription, along with the washi with the subscription, I also got some other sheets. So I just had to change my notifications on there. So it did come with these sheets. So it came with this little sampler, and then these tier trays, listen to do boxes, doodle boxes I think she calls these, little beanie drinking some coffee, and then these floral dividers as well, which are super cute. Looking forward to bringing those in as well. So yeah, this week we were in our second week of lockdown. So the previous week that I did a memory plan for was our first week of lockdown. This is a kit from Wendy Prince, and so we're into our stride, getting used to this whole idea. My husband was back in general population. He had COVID symptoms the week prior, and so but he was much recovered, and he was able to kind of come down into the main house. He had his own, the spare room was his, and he was kind of holed up in there. He was getting really sick of it by the end of it, but bless him. But no, none of us have gotten sick either, so that's good. So it was well worth it. So thank you, honey. So for these boxes then, for the quote box, I'm thinking either Home Sweet Home or that one. I think I want to use this one at the top here. And this sticker paper is really nice and thick. Oh, but really not forgiving. So I have to make sure I get things down straight away in the right place. There we go. Cool. Okay, looking good. And then let's do the others. So if you watched my plan with me with this Sweet Bean Plans kit from my birthday week, which was the Beauty and the Beast kit, she has kind of like two main colours that I kind of need to scatter and then clip art versus quotes and things like that. So, although there's 3 blue backgrounds plus 1 quote, and then there's like 4 pink ones. I don't think I'll use that one. I'm going to use this one in the middle. And as always, 4 boxes at the top. I'm too scared to try it any other way, which I know is ridiculous. And then dark, and then I want a blue there with 2 pinks, and a blue there with 2 pinks. Okay, so if I maybe have the light pink with the coffee here for Coffee Monday. Well, that's a lot of home. Maybe I should use that one. We'll see. And then the bed. Cool. Then maybe another coffee, either bean with the coffee or the coffee maker, because otherwise there'll be 2 coffees on this side. I think I want one there. And then the door. Door into our sanctuary. Okay, and then the 2 dark pinks really. Yeah. I'll do the straight one here. And then bean here. Cute. Okay. So 4 boxes are down. Lovely. See, I've marked quite a few different things for each day, but I want to get some headers down first. And I'm going to use the script headers. I'm going to use today and little things, I think, because to do, I kind of done everything. So I think I might alternate them. Yeah, so that there's not, whoa. And that way the colours aren't all like butted up against each other. Spread the colours out a bit is the reason for spreading the colours out. Gosh, so I'm kind of behind in my memory plans because it's now May, and so I'm thinking I might do 2 a week until I'm caught up. Let me know in the comments if that's okay, if you enjoy these or not. I'm intrigued. I want to get some feedback from you guys. Do you want 2 a week until I'm caught up, and then it will just be like once, like maybe Throwback Thursday, having a memory spread with me, and then the plan with me is on Sunday, probably a haul on Saturday from all the things. I've still got things coming, although that will peter out, and then a Bujo spreads every once in a while randomly. I don't know, let me know. I'd like to know your thoughts on what you'd like to see from my channel. So, little things. Ah, they're exactly the same size, so gotta be exact. Oh, it's better. I mean, it's not too bad a colour for this spread. It's interesting that this is like this purple in the washi, but not really elsewhere. So that's fun. thankfully we were coming into Easter break this weekend. So we had 2 weeks before Easter break of homeschooling and me having to set work for my students that I teach. And then it was Easter holidays and we didn't have to, we could set them like a big project to do over the Easter, but we didn't have to set like weekly tasks. It was, you know, what they would expecting to do over Easter anyway, which was for year 12 revision. And the other years just doing like a little fun researchy project type thing and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, so going into the sidebar then, I am going to pull in some glitter headers, 2 blue and a red I think, and yeah, and then we'll build up the sidebar from there. Just trying to, although no dinners, that's interesting. So I need a habits, and the habit trackers are all different colours, so that's good. Okay, we'll use red to start again. We'll do a pink habit tracker for Lectio. I kind of fell off the wet line wagon for Lectio in that time. Then the red one for, what do I want to track? Schoolwork. Like my kids doing schoolwork. I'll use this little pencil icon for that. Super cute. It matches, but it's okay. Or maybe I'll do that one. And then do the hexagon for that. I'm not going to track any more habits. And then I like to track what we ate. Sometimes, like, if you remember what you had for dinner, you can remember what else happened that day. Does anyone else find that? It's true for me. And the habit tracker is in the red as well, so that kind of works out with the colour of the header. Down there. And then a full checklist, I think, just to track any big announcements or anything that happened this week. My highlight of the day, highlight of the week. Yeah. And then down here, would it be weird if I added some washi? Even though I'm going to add it. Oh, the pattern repeats there. So can you see the line where the pattern repeats? That was right there. Right, I need to cut that. Okay, there we go. Pop the washi down. Yeah, pick that up. Oh, there we go. Okay. So there we have it. Little strip of washi down the bottom there. See, I'm trying to pull in as much as possible because it's so cute. Okay. I did ruin my planner a bit. It's okay. Fix it. We'll cover it up with the sticker. Okay. So now I'll zoom you in and we'll get into the day by day. So I did start off talking about how we were ready to get into our schoolwork for our second week of homeschooling. And so the first thing I wanted to do was put a 3-heart checklist. So I got these 5-heart checklist boxes and I cut them down. I do pull in the 2 hearts occasionally throughout the rest of the spread. And I just wanted to mark that we were doing some schoolwork and I was doing some schoolwork and it was all good. Next up was I just put a quarter box from the kit. That one's the red glitter one, and that was to mark that myself and my team bio, as we call ourselves, the rest of my biology team, we had our first meeting in teams, using the Office 365 software, and I was here looking for a sticker, and I found this one from Happy Cutie Studio. It's little Coco at her laptop. I have to say, this is the last time we used Teams. It wasn't particularly useful for us to use at this time. So then moving on into the afternoon, I wanted to use a half box, so I grabbed the pink one, and that was to mark that the kids had some garden time. So I pulled in the little sampler sheet. Oh, no, first I would do a divider, and then to mark garden time I did use a piece of deco. I then wanted to just make sure I got my spacing right, so I pulled in a skinny label with a little heart to mark that my husband and I had some good chats about how we wanted to approach this, how we wanted to attack this lock-in situation, and how it's going to be the best for us and our family. And obviously that's different for everybody, but yeah. So here I am pulling in the deco to mark that the kids are playing in the garden. Moving on to Tuesday. I wanted to mark that this week, today we did a Zoom meeting instead of a Teams meeting. So I wanted to find an icon for that. I pulled in a fancy label from the kit, and then this Happy Cutie Studio mobile phone icon. So I used the kind of darker pink one because it went with the kit the best, but there was a few that went with the kit, which is quite good. Next up, I wanted to mark that I baked some meringues, so I pull in another decorative header and a half box to mark that. So that's the blue glitter one from the kit, and I pull in a divider to kind of take up some of that space. I did manage to get a divider in every single day, which is good. I wasn't sure what to use, so I'd pulled in this hummingbird planner mixer sticker, and I was thinking about the pinks, but they didn't quite go. And then I remembered that the washi kind of has this purpley tone where the blue and the pink merge. So I thought I'd bring in the purple and see how it goes. And actually, with the whole spread, it looks really good. And I do bring in that colour in a bit later on as well. So then in the afternoon, I had a couple of things that I wanted to mark. So I cut down a checklist into 3 hearts initially. But I do change that in just a few minutes. So 3 hearts, and then I wanted to mark something else. Now, because I used the washi on the bottom, it made these boxes down here quite small, much smaller. And so I tried to fit in this little flag, and I could sort of almost do it. But then the script that I wanted to use was much bigger than the flag. And so, yeah, I wanted to completely change all of that, and you'll see me do that in just a few moments. The script I wanted was from Lily Blossom Designs. These are custom scripts that I got from her shop. I picked a couple of TV shows that we've been watching recently, and she did a really good job of making these. So I change it for a 3rd box, and then I add a little divider, and I managed to make space by cutting the 3 heart checklist into 2 heart checklists instead. I do rip up my banner a bit on that, but it's okay. Moving on to Wednesday, it was April Fool's Day, 1st of April, and I wanted to pull in a foiled script sticker, and so I was just deciding how I wanted to lay all these out. So I pull in a quarter box from the kit, and then add the 3 heart checklist underneath. The 3 heart checklist was to mark some emoji quizzes that were going on, that were through WhatsApp, through my many different groups that I have constantly buzzing at this time. And so, yeah, which I thought were quite cute. I had to do some straightening up of these stickers. They really weren't forgiving. My planner page has been ripped up something crazy, but it still looks good. So the script that I use, moving down to the bottom, I place this half box, and then I bring in another divider, and then grab another quarter box from the kit, a little label, slightly skinnier than a quarter box. So the script I'm using is from Diamond Prince Designs. I love her script, and her foiling is impeccable, and it's on this kind of matte foil, which is awesome. I was trying to find an icon for the emoji quizzes, but I just could not find one in my stash, and it's kind of a unique sticker to have. So in the end, I just kind of left it blank and left it to the foil from April Fool's Day. The quarter box is to mark that we had a house party call. So we were trying out all, in my team meetings, we were trying out all of these different ways for us to communicate, and we settled on house party. So again, I pulled in another one of those little phone stickers from Happy Cutie Studio. This time it was like the paler pink, and that was to mark that we had house party. And then finally, Forged in Fire was the TV show we watched in the evening, and I pull in this custom script from Artbox Stickers. And that's me saying how much I love them. So moving on to Thursday, I kind of do a little bit of a shuffle and a little bit of a blinging up on this first half, trying to use my tweezer nails because I've actually lost my tweezers. I'm not sure where they are. I think they're with my Dungeons and Dragons stuff downstairs. But yeah, so I also pull in this journal sticker from Harriet Wright Designs to mark a schoolwork that we were doing on Monday morning. And then I wanted to add another bow to that mixer just to kind of add a little bling and a little heart to the phone sticker as well, right where the heart is. It's useful when little icons, if you are wanting to add foil, have these little hearts and bow accents already. It kind of gives you a place mat for where you want to put a heart. I kind of should have put one on the other phone as well. I'm going to have to go back and do that. So when it comes to Thursday, I start off with a label. This is to mark that I slept in, and I'm finding my sleep-in stickers, my pillow stickers. These are from Samantha May Sticks. They're quite big, but they kind of fit into that space quite well, and that's to mark that I slept in. I then wanted to pull in just a 2-heart checklist, again, to mark filming and editing, and then I wanted a skinny label or a little thing to go with a Clever Gal Crafts heart to mark that I uploaded a video. So this is from, I've nicked this idea from Kiara, from In Kiara's Life, also on YouTube, I'll link her below. And so yeah, so I found a colour that matched, I think that's a Sophie Pink, pulled in a blue little thing, and then had a red 2-heart checklist from one of the ones that I cut up. And that is to mark that I filmed and edited and then uploaded a video. I then wanted to put a half box down at the bottom because that was for a big event that happened that evening. And then I wanted to fill the space, so I kind of knew how much space I needed for anything else that I wanted to mark. I wanted to look for a football sticker because what happened was the virtual World Cup final, and I don't have any football stickers. So I carry on moving up. I put my floral divider down, and then I grab the skinny label again to fill up that space. I use that to mark washing my hair. So I take this bath icon from Harriet Wright Designs and use that. And then for the VFA, I was still umming and ahhing about what sticker to use for that particular event. It was pretty, you know, these Thursday night events are pretty high on my list of important things happening in the week. If you see my forward plans with me's, I thought about using the tier tray, and then I finally settled on using a laptop sticker from Hummingbird. So this is where I bring in the purple again in the laptop sticker to mark that we had our FIFA World Cup finals this evening. So then moving on to Friday, it was a beautiful day, really lovely, and so I wanted to pull in this laundry sticker. This is from the Ginger Cat Co. To mark that I managed to get laundry on the line to dry. It's just so much easier to dry it on the line. So yeah, whenever I can, I try and do that. Then I needed to mark another video that went live. So this time I pulled in a pink little thing, and then I used the palest colour in the mint gradient palette, which went with this kind of, almost went with this blue colour. It turns out pretty cute because it's so pale. I then wanted to see if I could fit in a couple of other little things. So I knew I had lots of things that I needed to mark in the afternoon, in the evening, so I used 4 checklists this time, and it filled up the entire space down below. And then I had that little bit of space to mark something else that happened that day, which was, of course, the ultimate planner sale. So a little sticker went haywire just then. So I pulled in, there's me looking for a TV icon, which I could not find. So I used the little screen sticker from the kit. In the space above the little thing header then, if if I ever get there eventually, I do bring in, I wanted to use a third box or a quarter box, and I decided on a quarter box because then it meant that I could get a floral divider. So I lost my floral dividers at this point, and so I wanted to mark that it was the Ultimate Planner sale. I did purchase from a couple of my favourite shops who were participating in the sale, so I put down a floral divider and a quarter box. Again, I was struggling with an icon. Was I going to use the money stack? And then I remembered that I actually had a set of these online shopping stickers from Harriet Wright Designs, which is perfect for this sort of situation. So I pulled that in as well, and it does look really pretty. Moving on to Saturday, I then was umming and ahhing about a box to place at the top, but I chose a blue glitter box. And that was to mark a YouTube binge. I was trying to find a YouTube sticker in my Happy Cutie Studio set collection. And I thought I had one, but I could not for the life of me find it. So I don't know where it was. And there's just me flicking through all of the stickers that I have from the store. Her stickers are absolutely adorable. And they really are cute and happy. So yeah, the shop is fab. So I did pull the sticker off one of the samplers, and that was to mark a planner event that was occurring on Facebook. So this is her little character Coco, but with the Facebook icon. It's a dark blue colour, but because this has got blue and pink in it, it actually doesn't look too out of place, which is kind of good. So underneath that, I had another video that went live. So I used the same colourway as I did on Thursday. So that was a blue little thing with a Sophie pink gold foiled heart, and those are from Clever Girl Crafts. That evening then I had quite a few little things that I wanted to add, so I didn't use a checklist this time. Instead I used just boxes. So I started off with a pink glitter quarter box. That was to mark our virtual Grand Prix. Grand National. So the Grand National was cancelled for real life horses, so instead they did a virtual one and broadcast that on TV. So I organised like my family each having their own horse, and we watched it together, and we were on WhatsApp kind of going come on, and like just having yeah, just a really nice little fun, a little bit of a flutter, but a little bit of fun. I then put down a single heart checklist that was cut off from the day before, because I wanted to mark that we had pizza on the barbecue that night, and then I wanted to mark that we watched Saturday Night Takeaway, and I was trying to fit this floral divider in. I couldn't have like just one day that didn't have the floral divider, so I had to do a bit of a reshuffle, had to move these boxes down, and yeah, it turned out that it fit just perfectly. So yeah. Moving on to Sunday then, I wanted to mark that it was Palm Sunday, and I was sure that I had a sticker that said Palm Sunday, and then I remembered where that sticker was, and it's actually part of my April monthly, and so I didn't want to take it out of my monthly because I will use it when I plan my month. So instead I kind of used something to signify that in terms of flowers and leaves, so I pulled in that other piece of floral deco from that little sampler that came with the subscription. And then the big thing that happened that morning was our Zoom church meeting. These are kind of sacred to me now. I host the meetings, even though I don't necessarily run the meetings, and I want to maintain that because it actually makes it so that I do kind of participate every single week, and they really are just a lovely time together with the people who I grew up with, and sharing, you know, God's love and things like that. So really sacred to me at this moment, especially during this time. The afternoon, me and my son, we spent a lot of time on social media. We were watching YouTube, in particular Dude Perfect, who just make these crazy like ping pong balls, trick shot, all sorts of stuff. So we had a great fun watching that, and I used this sticker from Harriet Wright Designs. I then was like, oh, I could pull that in for Saturday morning when I was watching YouTube, but I didn't like the fact that there was so much foil up there and not so much on the days prior. So instead I pulled up that clear sticker, which ripped that box to shreds. However, I did fix it because then I used another of those phone stickers from Happy Cutie Studio. I was watching YouTube on my phone. I was like lying in bed and watching it and just really having a lovely lazy time. I think my son, my youngest, was next to me on his iPad, just, you know, playing some games. And so, yeah, so this is time spent was me trying to find this phone sticker sheet, which I know I had, but could not for the life of me find. It was tucked in between all of the sheets from the actual kit itself. So when I do eventually find it, I pick the darker pink colourway, and I wasn't ringing about the blue, but yeah, went for the dark pink and tried to stick it over there so it would like fix my ripped sticker, which kind of does, but you can kind of tell as well. Oh well. And then the last thing that I wanted to mark on Sunday was that I started on a big project, which was to organise all of my stickers from my leftovers, from samplers. And so I wanted to first of all pull in this little divider because I hadn't used the other two, and then I pulled in a blue glitter box to fill in that I was organising my stickers. To mark that, I used the book icon from the kit. Again, I was struggling to find a sticker that would work, but I pulled in the book icon because I actually used my big Happy Planner to store all my leftover stickers. So here I'm just kind of zooming you guys out, moving some stickers around, giving you a bit of a viv wiggle, showing off the different colours. Talking through the fact that I'm now going to fill it all in, and the matte stickers are matte. So what I chose to pull in was my Simply Gilded black gel pen, and then I go in and I fill it all in. Okay, so here's the final spread. Thank you for joining me as I remember this week of March 30th to April 5th. I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Goodbye.